Good morning, my fellow traders. Hope you all having an awesome day and hope you all had an awesome week. Talking about last week, that was the slowest week I have ever seen since this year. There are a few reasons. Number one, there was a UK bank holiday and there was US Memorial Day as well. That is why there was very low liquidity in the market, and that is why due to low volume, low liquidity in the midweek, there was not such big movement. So that is why there was a slow week, and I had barely one trade opportunity last week. Just one. I have taken just one trade, and that is the only trade I have sent to the members as well. Otherwise, slow market, when there is no movements and when the market is slow, I don't rush in the trades. I instead stay back and wait for the good setups to come and then enter my trade. So that happens. That is what we call trading, and trading is all about waiting and wait for the better setup and pull the money out of the market, and by having an edge with good strategy and good risk management. Now, before I continue, last week I have announced to send me requests via email if you are interested in my trading bot, and I've got a couple of requests from the traders, which is good, and that made me decide to launch this service next week. Because we have a couple of traders, they are interested to get this bot. Now, first, I'm gonna make it live by next week, by Friday or before that. When it is live, you will see in my moneymarkers.uk website, in the shop section, you will see at the top of this page once the bot is live. Now, there are two options to get access to this bot. Initially, I decided to give the whole script, but due to some issues like someone might change the code or someone might sell it off somewhere, that is why I decided to do invite only scripts. Now, by whole, if I wanted to sell it, that's going to be really expensive. And because it is not tested much, that is why I'm giving you this offer. Now, once it is tested with a large sample size, I'm going to increase the price and I'm going to make it specific for few traders, which I'm going to do in the future date. But for now, let me give you two options. Option number one, once it is live, you will see right here on my shop page, you can get the subscription and you will get an access to this bot on your TradingView platform. I'm going to give you full details, how to get an access, how to purchase it, and how this bot works, everything in my full video, full dedicated video, how you can operate this bot and how you can use that as well, and how you can tweak this bot, which is your stops and target, and how effective it is in my video that is all about this AI bot. Now, number two, it is through my partner broker, which is totally free. If you are using my partner broker and you have more than 1K in your account balance and you are still under my IB link, then I'll give this access to you for free. But for that, what you need to do, you just need to send me a screenshot of your account balance, and I verify that with a broker that you are actually under my link. So you can send me a screenshot of your account balance and your account number so that I can verify that you are actually trading under my IB. And you must be an active trader. So as long as you're active, you're going to get access to it totally free. You don't need to pay anything for that. So if you're someone who's actively trading with my partner broker, get in touch with me. Once it is live, I'll send you invite only script. Or if you're someone who is totally new, who is just looking to join my partner brokers, you can see the brokers right here on the screen on my website, moneymarkers.uk. Scroll down, you'll see all these brokers, and whichever is suitable for you, do your research. Once you join them with 1K minimum deposit. Once you do that, once you verify it, I will give you access for free. You don't need to pay anything for that. So before I get lots of messages from members, from existing members or students, I just want to let you know that these are the only two options at this point I have. If you are my student and you want to get it, first of all, if you are my student, just don't distract yourself from the course. And if you're already profitable trader, you just want to get an extra edge and you want to just identify the volume, because this bot mainly identify the volume and give you the directions. Don't rely on that completely. Again, I'm going to do full video what to expect from it. So if you're a student, if you just want to test it, maybe just buy it for 1 month and cancel it if you don't like it. Otherwise, if you want to keep it, if you like it, maybe just join one of my partner broker. And if you're actively trading, then you get it totally free. You don't need to do anything. So same goes with existing members. If you are my paying member, if you want to get this bot as well, just join one of my partner broker with minimum 1K of deposit. And make sure you are an active trader. If you don't trade for, let's say, whole month, then the access will be removed. So only two options, either get through my broker for free and stay with the same service. That is why I'm showing you the bot results every other day and every other video so that you can see what to expect from it and if that is for you or not. this weekend, there is nothing I can share with you because the market was so slow. All the zones I sent to the members, talking about Forex, talking about indices, commodities, we are still waiting for that to play out. But at the start, I've mentioned that I've just sent one trade alert, which is CAD JPY. When I was sending this alert, this pair pushed so quickly that while I was sending it, the price already pushed up right at the half of the take profit. Now, you might have missed this trade, but I have taken this trade because I first entered it and then I sent it as an alert. But the good thing about my Discord group for my students, you don't even need to wait for my signals. As you can see on the screen, one of my students, it mentioned that we're going to get a possible entry on CAD JPY on 4 hour. And as you can see, the entry was about to form. And right here, if you are my student, you don't even need to wait that I'm going to send that alert. And if that's a valid entry, then you take it without my signal. So that is a good thing that this entry happened, and that is a good thing that my students are spotting some valid entry, which I was personally looking at as well. And soon after I saw this message, I also sent that an alert, and that plays out nicely. That was the only one trade I've taken, but I've used a bigger target. If you are my student, you know we have two targets, one a smaller, one bigger. So I've taken my trade with two targets, managed it till the second target, and both has been hit with 1% of risk each. Of course, the bigger one has given me good amount of money. So that was the only one alert that was sent to the members. Otherwise, with the dead market, we are still waiting for the price to reach our zones from where we can take counter trade. So not much to show you this week, but hopefully by next week we can see some good trades, as I've seen some good breakouts out of the Forex market. After the consolidation, I've seen some good breakout above and below. We might get some good opportunities in next upcoming weeks. So that is all about trading. It is not just about being in the trade all the time. So with that being said, now let's do a quick analysis on net gas, gold, silver, and crude oil, starting with natural gas. Now with natural gas, it's been ranging for a while and there are not such big movements out of natural gas. Now we do have a symmetrical triangle pattern has been formed if you look here on daily time frame. Now I don't just draw this pattern out of nowhere. I've seen the upper trend line with 1, 2 rejection, lower trend line 1 and 2 rejections. So we have 2 rejections, but the price is heading towards a breakout towards the downside. So the way is towards the downside and we might see a breakout below. The reason I'm saying because we are below the EMAs and this pattern is now towards the lower trend line means we are soon to see a breakout. Now very important to see a complete breakout. Now there are two types of entry when you take a symmetrical triangle pattern entry. Number one, a break, a retest and then sell it. So better entry, break, retest, bearish engulfer. But normally it breaks, retest and gives you a red bearish candle rejection. In that case, the price still falls down if there is no condition. But after the break and a retest with rejection like red engulfer or a pin bar, that is a good and better confluence. In that entry, you save yourself with fake outs. For example, we have a fake out and then price pushes back up. That is why confirmation is important if you are not an aggressive trader. So if we have a clear symmetrical triangle pattern. Now, if you have a breakout below, that is even good because in that case, we are already looking at the zone below that we've been waiting from last couple of weeks. Right here, as you can see, it is a level in front of you. You need to mark the support zones. Now, for capital.com, we have a new zone, which I'm just going to show you next. So mark these zones on your charts according to your own platform, and on capital.com I've just adjusted this zone which is now at 3.019. that goes up to 3.1687. these numbers in blue. So we have a new zone here. Now once the price breaks, we have a likely chance that it will fall and it will form a major double bottom pattern from where it will push higher. That will be a very strong pattern if the price pushes down and comes in this zone. And the reason I'm still bearish for natural gas, looking at a pattern formed on a high time frame, which is my bearish head and shoulder pattern. Remember, I've said that with this head and shoulder pattern completed, we can see a possible push down to this zone, and if there is rejection, we can see a possible push up. So that is the first entry that has been triggered already all the way from here till here. Now if there is no condition, if the price break and close below, we have a second entry triggers out of this pattern. That is a break of this neckline and the price will then crash from here. But for that, it needs to break below this low without giving us any signal. If there is a signal and we entered, in that case we have a stop loss hit. But signal give you a good confidence that what price is going to do next. That is why with this bearish pattern, my way is towards the downside and I'm expecting a price to push down from here. Now coming back on 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour, in case you're wondering, that is not a valid bearish pullback entry. It invalidates one of my entry rule. So many of you get confused with this bearish entry because I have 6 rules for that. One of my rule is not met here. That is why it is not a valid entry. I know that looks valid to you. It is not valid and I will not go for it. For my entry to be valid, I want to see some more pullback, rejection again at 50 EMA with bearish engulfer. In that case, that will be a valid entry. If you're not my student, you follow me on YouTube, that is something I'll be looking at for my next entry condition. Pullback, bearish engulfer, and then we're going to go short using 1 ATR or 2 ATR for the target. The volume is very low. As you can see, the ATR at this point is only 5.7, not big ATR. So that is why I'm not expecting big moves until we see a breakout. Once we see a breakout, technically we can see our traders sell this market dramatically. So that is why I have this pattern ready. We have 1, 2, 3 rejection on 4-hour, 2 rejection on daily, and we now need to look for the breakout above or below. Below will be a sell till here with condition, and above will be buy till here with buy condition with pullbacks. I'm taking longs to the next level of resistance, which I've already shown you the screenshot in my video. Now here on NEMEX 1, if you look here on daily, that is the strongest pattern. On 4-hour, we might see some fake outs. As you can see, we had this fake out, it pushes back up. We had little fake out, it pushes back up. So that is why I'm looking at a daily pattern for a breakout. But on 4-hour, what you can see, you can look for a strong momentum. Now, let's say we had a breakout here, right here. Now there is no reason for me to sell with a pullback entry bearish. Now we never got a retest, we never got a rejection, there is no reason. But if let's say you have just entered with a breakout, that would be bad because that then pushes back up, opens above in gap. Now at this point, I want to see a breakdown below 50 EMA with a solid momentum. Solid momentum is must, then a pullback and then bearish engulfing pattern to go short till this level. Otherwise, keep an eye on a daily pattern right here with a strong break below. In that case, we are pushing down to look for the next double bottom entry. If let's say the price bounces back up, we might see some consolidation in between this pattern before we can see a breakout above or below. So keep an eye on this pattern to look for next entry conditions. Exactly same here on Owanda and exactly same here on MCX. For the MCX audience, I've already shown you the zone above and below. Keep an eye on those zone and just remove this zone right here to keep your charts simple as possible without any confusions and without so many indicators. Just one above and one below, minor, major, and we have major support below. So keep an eye on these patterns. For now, long term, we are bearish. Looking at a weekly time frame, we might see a good push down. We will only buy net gas once we are trading above 50 EMA on 4-hour. Strongly broke above this high and then with a pullback, and then we are looking to enter. But conditions are must. Not just with the breakout. We are not getting excited as long as price is not giving us any condition. Now this year, I've got 5 trade alerts. Out of that, 4 were the winners, and all 5 of them has formed a signal, and I've sent that to the members. When there is no signal, I don't take it and don't send it to members. So that is why signals are very important. Coming here on gold. Gold is now in a range mode, but in general, overall, we are above 50 EMA on daily, and if you look here, we are above 50 EMA on weekly. Now there's a high likely chance that price will push back up to this area from where we can see another sell off. Now it is not valid bullish engulfing pattern in case you are wondering, but that shows a good bullish pressure. Now I also want to point you a minor pattern, minor head and shoulder pattern right here. That is something for a scalpers. I'm looking here on 1-hour time frame because we have a fall from here. Now that happens at this minor level of resistance. If you mark the lines here, that is a minor level of resistance. With that, we have a pullback and we have rejection here. We have a head, we have a rejection here. We had a right shoulder. Now at this point, if the price comes down and forms engulfer right here, we have a good chance the price will push up at least to this highs or these highs from where we can see another rejection. So let's look for a next bullish engulfing pattern. For that, just mark rejection zones like this, and within this rejection zone, look for engulfing candle, bullish engulfing pattern. It must not happen below this rejection box. It is something like this. It must not happen below 3264.23 here on Ovanda. If you have a bullish pattern above or inside this box, in that case we have a signal that price is going to push up at least $11, which is 1 ATR, or you can go stop loss below, take profit 1-to-1 and manage your trades till this first termination zone. After the break of this termination zone, you can see a further push up. So that is something on a smaller time frame, since there is no conditions on 4 hour. Now on 4 hour, there is also a very minor pattern, but it is a reversal pattern, and it is not reversal right here because it is just falling down after the pullback. But in general, we are bullish, and that is not a valid pullback entry bullish. In case you're wondering, we have 2 candles closed below 50 EMA. That is why I'm not taking this buy entry. We might see a pullback down, and we might see a double bottom within this minor anchor from where we can see a possible push up. So if there is a rejection followed by engulfer or followed by pin bar, then we have a likely chance the price will push up. It's going to be very risky. It's totally up to you if you want to take it. But I'm just giving you a condition that can likely push the price higher. If we have one more rejection here with engulfer, we can see a possible bounce that is enough to take your profits. For my next pullback entry bullish, I want to see a break above this high, and then I want to see pullback, and only then I'll start buying till the price get to the next level of resistance, which I'm going to keep you guys informed once I see a good momentum. So for now, we still have a bullish pressure. We are still not bearish as long as we are not broken and close below at least this low. Once that happens, in that case, I'll start to sell with pullback entry bearish, take one trade, exit till this recent low, from where I will see and decide what to do next, and I'll keep you guys informed. So keep an eye. These are the conditions now I'll be looking at. In general, we are bullish and not selling as long as we are not broken below this previous low. Finally, we have crude oil. It's bouncing up and down from my little anchor support. Now, we are still not bullish and we are still not bearish. To be completely bullish, it must break above this high. That is very important. And then I want to see a pullback and then engulfing candle to go long. To take my bearish trades, if the price, let's say, pushes up, forms double top or bearish engulfer like this, I will sell this market till 50 EMA, then buy it again. We might get a double top here and then sell it again, and then look for the next break to buy continuation trades. I'll keep you guys informed step by step once the condition forms. For now, as long as we are not broken below these lows, right here we have one more line, and we are aligning this with this recent low because we have a green candle and we are not broken below completely. So as long as we are not broken below 59.58, we are not selling this market, and it is not valid bearish entry in case you are wondering. For now, once we are broken below this low, only then I'm going to start to sell crude oil with bearish pullback entry till we are in this level below, which I'm going to keep you guys informed once I see a good break. For now, for sell, wait for the break below this low. For buy, wait for the break above this high. We are still ranging, and we still have a level of resistance from where we can see a possible sell entry condition, which is 63.87 goes up to 65.82, from where we're going to sell this market. So that is it for today's video. Hope you got a value. If yes, hit a like button for me, subscribe if you're new, so that we can all trade together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.